All right, all right, all right. Let's do this. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Cindy Infinity, and it is Thursday night. Yeah, impromptu as always, never really scheduled too far in advance, and, you know, check it in to say hi to everybody, see how everyone's doing, seeing if anybody is around, if they want to come by and say hello. I am just doing some cleaning around the house, kind of getting ready and geared up for the weekend. So I just figured I'd see who was up, see who's around, see if anybody's around. And if no one's around, well then, I guess I'm just going to talk to myself. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh my gosh, all these comments just like popped up all at once. It was so weird. Like everybody, boom. Hey, TSM, welcome. How are ya? Good to see you. Chris, how are you? Welcome. How is everybody doing? I'm doing a check-in with everybody. Checking in. Good, Chris. I'm glad you're well. TSM, how you been? Everything is okay for the most part? Yeah, we're doing a little Thursday check-in here. Oh, sorry. I'm like distracted here. I'm not really, but just trying to fold clothes and put things away. And I think the dog is scratching at the door to come in. Hold on one second, guys. Actually, I can talk to you because I have my earbud in. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to do a sound check. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. A custom intro song. Yeah, I have never, it's funny. I watch other people's videos and I've never really thought about it, but I may need to talk to you about that. That might not be a bad idea. And everybody just kind of popped up. Literally, everybody popped up in the chat all at once. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. Shoot me a message, TSM. Seriously, send me an email. I'm gonna try starting to do these a little bit more regularly. So I was gonna schedule one for tomorrow. Because I will be at the salon tomorrow, and I was doing my hair today, and then I said I got to do a little bit more tomorrow. But one of the other girls at the salon is going to be helping me do my hair tomorrow. I said, you know what? I should schedule a live and just do like an impromptu chat. Like people have been asking me like hair questions and things like that. And so I thought about just doing like a live tomorrow. So I think like around 2:30, I'm scheduled to get my hair done. So maybe at that time I could take a little bit of time to go live and figure out, if anybody wants to come in and talk and ask any questions. Everybody keeps asking. I said I got to start doing lives regularly from the salon. When I can answer questions and stuff like that. Hey, Becky G, how are you, my girl? It's been a minute. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. I hope everything is well with you. Lab Chick, hi, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry if I'm hoping not to miss anybody here. I'm trying to go through. Yeah, I just wanted to, I mean, there's really no real pertaining stuff. I think one of the last times I went live, I was talking a little bit about my father and how, he had a stroke and, um, there's still not a huge change in him, in terms of his own health. So I was talking a little bit about that and kind of what was going on there. He's in a rehab facility, making progress, but it's very slow going, very slow going. So we're just kind of crossing our fingers, but it's amazing. It's amazing the way that American insurance world works, and how my mother has to keep filing these appeals, on behalf of him because they basically want to discharge him. And it's like, how are they going to discharge him from a facility where he's trying to get rehabilitated because he can't even walk. And they were like, yeah, you're all set. You're going to go home. My mom was like, how in the world is he even going to come home? He can't walk. He lost mobility on his entire right side. So it's just so crazy. So crazy to think of how things are in the world and how things are going, the way they do things. So it's a numbers game with them. And they're just trying to push people out. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So what's up with you guys on this lovely Thursday? Anything? Anything? It lasts for infinity. That's awesome. TSM, my email address too is in my about section. So even if you want to just shoot me an email, if that's easier, you can like shoot me, your number in my email if you want to do it that way. Whatever's easiest for you. And TSM, I think I was telling you at one time that my son was making beats as well. He's young, so he's been playing around with like this different beats machine or app that he downloaded. So I wanted to shoot a couple of those over to you as well. Because he was like, "Oh, mom," I said, "Yeah." I said, "Let me see if I can, send them over to somebody." So that'd be awesome. You know, you guys, what is the latest and greatest? You got to tell me. I feel like I'm like living vicariously through everybody. Kimberly, you're really the first one in here. My girl. Becky G, how is everything over in your neck of the woods? Across the pond. Is that what they say, across the pond? You guys can still hear me, correct? Just making sure. Oh, my thumbnail, TSM? That was a picture that, oh my gosh, that was taken years ago of me and my boys. But I like it. It's we had it blown up in the house, hanging on one of the walls. We ran, literally, it was taken on an abandoned railroad track. I don't know if you can tell by the picture, but yeah, we took pictures like on these abandoned trains, the front, or, like shut down railroad. Oh, the other one? No, that's not my dog. Although I had a dog that looked just like that. I wish. Oh, you might thumbnail from my show. Yeah, I had a Chihuahua that looked like that at one time. I think that one's actually a Pomeranian. What did I eat today? Or you're not asking stupid questions. I'm glad you're asking me questions. That's awesome. Um, what did I eat today? Um, this morning I had coffee. Um, and I had a cheddar bagel twist with some jalapeno cream cheese. And for lunch, I just had a very simple spinach salad. And then for dinner, I had a burger. That was my day. Right, what did you have to eat? Anything good? What did everybody else have to eat? I would like to know what people eat during the day. That's actually a really good question. What's the infinity for? Take a guess. You could take a guess on that one. Oh, well, thank you, CSM. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, Crossroads and Cats, what's up? How are you? Welcome. How are you? This one of your first times here? I know I've seen you in other people's chats. So welcome. Welcome to the Infinity Den. We're just having a little Thursday evening impromptu convo. I look like a biker. Yeah, that was at one of my son's football games. So this weekend, it's going to be so fun. So my sister is having a birthday party. She's having a big birthday party, and she's having an 80s theme, which is going to be so much fun. So we're all getting dressed up from the 80s, which I'm excited about. And we're going to be lots of pictures being taken. Maybe I'll even go live a little bit from her party so I can say hi to everybody, and you guys can all see everybody in their outfits. So I have an outfit because I'm like a huge. Oh, I loved Madonna. I always loved Madonna. You know, I loved her from back in the '80s and everything. So I have my whole Material Girl outfit picked out. So that's what I'm dressing up as. Um, with the tutu and the leather jacket and the leg warmers. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, that's good, Crossroads. Well, welcome. Come and chill with us. We got a good group of people over here. Not always a lot of people, but sometimes, depending. I need to schedule these more in advance, though, for sure. It's raining outside. I know it's kind of like rainy where I am too. Um, this weekend's supposed to be It's been like warmer, but then this weekend I think it's supposed to be raining again. So I'm not really sure what's going on. So yeah, if you guys are around tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to schedule a live for tomorrow from the salon because everyone keeps asking me to do one. Live they keep asking me to do one just so I can answer hair questions. But I think I'm going to do one live from the salon tomorrow, and you guys can watch me get my hair done a little bit. I did some of it today, like I said, but it's a lot of work when you got to do it yourself. It's a lot of work. So what else is good, y'all? Anything? Anything? Oh, you've been swapping the engine in your RV, but the weather hasn't been good. So do you live in your RV year round, Crossroads, or do you have it like as an extra vehicle? I have this thing with one of my sons that we have this joke between us that like we really want to get like an RV and like go on like vacation with it one year. And there was recently in my area an RV and camping show. And I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta go. We gotta go to it, because you could enter to win, like all kinds of stuff, like anything from like an RV to like probably like a table and chairs for your patio and things like that. But we have so much fun with like just telling stories about how we're gonna get like the old school silver bullets. Remember those? And like how we're gonna go on a camping trip with it. And we're just gonna go on vacation one summer, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get in the RV and we're just gonna go and drive, and we're gonna go here and there and everywhere. And the rest of the kids are like, "No way, mom, we're not doing that. You're that no." And I'm like, "Oh yes, we are." I said, "Well, you can come or you can not. But, you're gonna miss out on a good time." So that's like our fun thing that we talk about doing. Oh, okay, so you plan to live in it in a few months. So yeah, that's awesome. Drive down to San Francisco. So then you're over on the West Coast. I know, I really want to do it. I mean, to buy one would probably be like, I mean, a pretty big chunk of change. But like we keep saying how we want to like, I don't know, either rent one or I don't know. One of my neighbors has one. Like, I mean, they've got like the full size one that's like a bus that you drive and everything. Like, it's not even one that like you hitch onto like your truck or something. Um, I just want to do it. Like, I don't know. It sounds like so much fun. Well, we got it all from like, Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation. When cousin Eddie shows up, you know, right here is this Clark is an RV. And that's like what we say all the time. And I'm like, oh, we got to get the RV. So like every year for my son for Christmas, I get him like RV like themed stuff, like a Christmas ornament. I think I found a lamp one year that had like an RV that was like, like the base of the lamp and things like that. So it's just, it's fun. Oh yeah, so you're in Washington State. I gotcha. Yeah. Yes. So I have a friend who did the same thing. He's a mechanic and he buys, obviously vehicles. He has a used car shop, but he did the same thing. He took an old ambulance and like built it out into like kind of like an RV, which is like super cool because those are pretty spacious. I mean, for the most part on the inside, if you take away a lot of the medical equipment and stuff, I would think that's awesome. Then you're like incognito. Do you still have like the lights and the siren, or did you get it without that? Because that would be like the best, like it coming through like someplace and like just put on the lights and the siren, or get on like the bullhorn. They have so many places now too that are like RV friendly or like traveler friendly. You know what I mean? Like van friendly or people that are living like the van life, whatever it is. I mean, you still have to have a decent amount of space, I think. I don't think I could travel with a family of six in the back of an ambulance. I think that they would nearly kill each other between, crossing state lines. Yeah, see, like if it's all yourself crossroads, then it's like, you know, yeah, I have to get something a little bit more spacious. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Such a neat idea. It's just you and some cats. Elliot, oh my gosh, hi. How are you? I hope everything is going well. I hope that everything is good. I was thinking about you actually the other day. Oh no, you're sick? What's going on? Oh no. That's no bueno. I'm sorry to hear that. You've had a little bit of a rough go on these YouTube streets lately too. I've heard bits and pieces of some of the stuff. I haven't been on very much lately, so I'm trying to. I guess I don't even know if it's getting caught up, but just kind of picking up pieces here and there. Oh, that's no. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. Oh, actually, you have your own channel. Well, you posted something recently. You posted a video recently. And you know what? Good for you. Good for you. I give you props for putting something out there because you needed to say something. You know, guys, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna be this for 1 second. Just bear with me. I'm not going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Chat amongst yourselves. All right, sorry guys. I was saying goodnight to I have like half the clan here tonight, so I got the dog sitting on the bed with me. Um oh, Crossroads. You had kidney stones? That's not good either. Not good. Were you, Elliot, were you able to work everything out? Um yeah, I kind of heard uh, yeah, Elliot, I did. I heard some of that and I mean, here's the thing. You speaking your mind about the situation, and I know you were trying to explain yourself. I saw a little bit of it. And I guess my only advice can be that, you are your own person. You beat to your own drum, just as we all do. Um, and my best advice could be to you that you're allowed to say whatever you want. And the fact that, like, you were trying to be kind and you were trying to explain like what you meant by something and it was taken, the wrong way. Um, I was listening to your video and you had every right to say, listen, you know, I you don't need to be attacked for trying to be supportive. And if it was taken in the wrong context or if it was, heard in the wrong way, and you tried to make good on, saying like, no, I didn't mean it that way, then yeah, no, I mean, you're allowed to speak your mind. And listen, I don't necessarily know if it was worded horribly wrong. Not all of us are English scholars. And sometimes, when trying to type something, you know, in trying with the best intentions to be supportive or to say something to somebody, that's also like, that's your own way of saying things. And if it was taken the wrong way, or you apologized and said, I meant it like this or whatever, and it was still put upon you like that you meant it. Yeah, I know, Elliot. I know you were truly trying to support. And the problem is this is that, you know, the people that try to support, the people that try to say nice things, the people that try to do well and to do good, and they make a mistake or they are taken the wrong way or whatever the case might be. And I'm not saying you made a mistake. I'm just saying, um, yeah, I do get it. I totally get it. And I listened to your video and I was like, I could hear the emotion in your voice. I could hear the inflection for you not to like break down because you really didn't mean any harm by it and it was taken in the wrong way and maybe it was worded wrong and you maybe wanted to just get it out and say what you needed to say. But at the end of the day, like there's so many other things that are going on, even in just that realm of things where things could be questioned. You know what I mean? Um, and it's very hard when you're there to be supportive. And I think that this has happened many times to a lot of people where, like, they try to be supportive of somebody and they've taken the wrong way. And then they try to explain themselves. And then all of a sudden there's like this train that takes off and it's like, that's all it is. You know what I mean? And then that's all that's talked about. And you try so hard to backtrack and say, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like you heard me wrong, or I said it wrong, or I worded it wrong. And it's just like when we talk with people versus like when we text with people, sometimes people don't hear the inflection in our voice. People don't hear how sincere we're trying to be. Sometimes they can take it as we're being snarky, but we're really being sincere. And so that is the hardest thing, I think, when we're in YouTube and like people are typing things in the chat and then it's like, okay, please, like, can you clarify, like, I might be understanding this wrong, or I might have read it wrong, or I might have jumped the gun on something. And so like when we are doing lives or when we are creators and we're speaking to people, we really have to take back that there are going to be times where we might read something wrong or we are hearing it differently than it's actually being said, if that makes any sense. So there's so many times I think that people need to um, understand that when they are a creator and when they are reading a chat and when there's emotionality involved in what they're talking about, there needs to be a pause, for them in that sense, like where, especially if somebody's never really done them wrong before, you know what I mean? Um, I think that so many times people can be quick to think, oh, this person's going to turn against me. um, yeah, I mean, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to even text with people. Not that I like to talk all the time on the phone, but like, if I need to make my point about something with someone, I don't want to do it over text message. I don't want to do it over email. I don't want to do it over a YouTube chat room, so to speak. I want to just be able to speak to them so they can hear my voice and hear my heart and what I have to say. And I also think that, you know, you're allowed to stand up for yourself and you're allowed to speak your mind. And, no matter what, I mean, if you're saying, hey, you heard me wrong and this is what I want to tell you, and you put a video out on your channel, you have every right to. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. So please don't let anybody, like when I heard your voice and I was like, we've chatted before in YouTube chats on other people's channels and in mine, and you're always welcome on my panel here. Please, if you ever want to come up and talk or just chop it up, my room. I mean, we're very chill over here. I try to really be supportive of everybody with what they're going through, for the most part. Um, because I lend that respect to people and I expect it back also as well. So I also don't take any crap when it comes in, if it ever comes in. Yeah, I hear you. I know. I know. I know. And there's it does hurt because your intent was not to be malicious or ill intended. You know what I mean? Oh, you can come up now if you want to chat. You don't have to cam up. You can come up and chat with me now if you want to. I mean, this is a safe space for people to come. And like, everybody, like, I tell everybody this is kind of the neutral zone. It's the neutral zone in the sense of like, I will never make people choose, you know? I will never be like, oh, you've got to pick me over this person or that person or whatever. You're not gonna see wash, rinse, repeat over here, you know, um, because that's just old, boring shit, you know. Um, I've been hearing some things about just other channels in our community, and then like, this one's shut down, and this one's gonna start another one, and this and that, and I'm like, oh dear God, like just continue on with what you have. I might not be able to come live all the time. I want to, because I like to talk to you guys. I love when people come in. I love my support that I have here. Um, and everybody is very genuine here. Everyone's very kind. Oh, and I don't have a lot of people in here. I'm gonna make a video. But I wanted to say this too. Um, You're okay. Don't worry about it. You can listen. Elliot, you can come up whenever you want. You're always welcome here. Please stay and visit with us and listen, please. Um, hold on one second. I gotta get the door for my other dog. The dogs want to go in. They want to go out. They want to go in. They want to go out. Hold on. I'm trying to get her in here. Come on, baby. Okay. Lola, come on. Come on. No? Okay. She doesn't want to, I guess. Anyway. What was I gonna say? What is with the constant channel? You mean like with people that are starting one, then shutting it down, then starting another, then shutting it down, and starting another? Oh, this is my fourth hiatus and trying to do something, reinvent myself, but it's really wash, rinse, repeat, aka the same bullshit all the time. Oh, and guys, real quick, if you guys can just give me a thumbs up on your way in, on your way out. Everybody's free to chat, even the lurkers in the bushes, please. Yeah, it's what I know it is. It's wild. I don't even know. I can't keep up. Honestly, girl, I can't keep up. Um, I've had there was just so much going on in the past, month with my dad being in the hospital and now in rehab, and we don't really know what's going on there. So I mean, it's just been constant like preparations and appeals with the insurance company, that I'm doing with my mother, um, and whatnot. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, mine's my channel. This is it. You might not see me all the time, but you're gonna see me, and you're gonna see more of me because that's what I really need to do. I just need to be on here. Oh yeah, Elliot, I don't know if you heard one of the last times I went live. I was speaking about my dad. He had obviously unexpected. He had a stroke about a month ago, and he was in ICU, in the hospital. And once they were able to start to kind of sort of stabilize him, he was in, again, just regular hospital, but not ICU. And then he's been in a rehab facility, and it's just been a constant battle because he's had some pretty major setbacks outside of the stroke itself. Um, and yeah, so the insurance world does not like to take care of patients any longer. And so, even though he cannot stand or walk or use his entire right side, the insurance company is trying to say, oh, you're done, with care, even after only being there for like 3 weeks. So that's kind of what's been going on with him. So one of the last times I went live, I was talking about it. And it got taken by another creator who since has taken down their channel in a very different way. Oh my gosh. Not speaking of, but one of the ones that was with me that night, Prue, my love, how are you? Hi, girl. It's been a minute. How are you? Oh, Elliot, thank you. Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful. It is heartbreaking. And it's stressful and heartbreaking for my father. My mother, who has been his caretaker, is, and he's been at home, and they've made all the accommodations at home for him. My mother is a little less stressed at the moment because she's actually getting a good night's sleep. And it's been the first time in many years that she's not, having to be on guard every night. You know what I mean? So in some senses, it's a blessing in disguise, but not really. I mean, but just the fact that she's at least getting rest is a wonderful thing. Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really do. Oh my gosh. Melissa, what's up, girl? How are you? How are you? Welcome. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we had an Infinity Live. Oh my goodness. I miss everybody. How is everybody doing? Oh, thanks, Prue. Yeah, he's doing okay. I was just speaking to my mom again tonight. I mean, I've been with her. We've been having a lot of meetings. You know, it's just the world of insurance, you know, which sucks because it's really it's a shameful thing because you know the man worked for over 45 years, paid into insurance for over 45 years, and they're supposed to give him at least 100 days of care in this rehab facility so he can get better. You know, the goal is to get him better so he could hopefully be able to come home. And you know they're already trying to discharge him after a couple weeks, and he's had so many setbacks just because of the nuances of his condition and things that have come up because of it. So he's very weak, and you know, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay. But I appreciate everybody, you know, their prayers and their well wishes and everything like that. I really do. Um, yeah, for sure. I know. I missed you too, Melissa. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, Elliot. Go get a nice hot shower. Um, get yourself some good grub. We'll be on for a little while here. And yeah, you know, you always got a place to come and you know, be welcome. That's for sure here. You know, we're always good over here, aren't we? So what is going on with everybody else? Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Yeah. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. Um, we just gotta kind of wait and see, you know. We just gotta wait and see what happens. That's all. But it's kind of getting everything into place too, you know. So I don't know if you guys heard me saying this before. I am gonna probably do a live finally from the salon tomorrow. So 2:30 Eastern time, somewhere around there. 2:30, 2:45, somewhere around there. Um, so if you guys are around, I have to work a little bit, but I was doing my own hair today, and I have to do a little bit more tomorrow. So if you guys want to see me doing my own hair, um, then we could have a little question and answer session. I know people have had questions about, you know, hair and things like that. So I might do that tomorrow. So you know, if you guys, I'm gonna schedule it out though. So I'll probably set it up as a actual scheduled live tonight. Yeah, Prue, it really is. Oh, thanks, Crossroads. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hard when your parents aren't well, you know? And I think the hardest part too is that like you know, my mother has been his primary caretaker and she doesn't realize how much she's been doing until he's not there. And she's like, "Oh my God, like I have a morning to like get up and like, you know, make my coffee and be at leisure and get a good night's rest and not be on guard that he's going to wake up in the middle of the night and I'm going to have to help him." Because that's literally what her life has been like for many, many, many years, you know? Um, so yeah, it's a wake up call for her. And I've also talked with her about, you know, setting her own boundaries in terms of what she's willing to do, because at the end of the day, you know, the caretaker burnout rate is far greater than the actual patients that are that sick. And you know, for her, she was definitely in that road of getting burnt out for having to do all these things. Um, oh, Melissa, you should come. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you should definitely come here, and I will do your hair. Prudently, you don't live that far, and so we can work something out. I actually have clients that were coming in from Massachusetts, so they're not that far away. I'm on the East Coast for those of you guys that don't know. But yes, we need to um we need to start doing hair lives because the hair lives are also really like positive um vibes. Like everybody loves like any woman and men too. I mean, don't get me wrong. But like anybody has questions about hair, so like they always want to like talk about stuff. And I'm like, I could show you guys around the salon. Like I can um, talk about different products. Every week I think what I want to do is at least once a week, even if it's for an hour from the salon or even from home after I get home from work, but mostly from the salon because I think that I'm in the mindset and I'm at the actual salon. Um, talk about different products, talk about what can help, find out what I'm using, what in the industry is new, what we can, what we can do trial and error about, you know what I mean? Like even just like trying new products, kind of like one of those, um, at home type, like try the products out at home, but like do it at the salon type of thing. Oh, you're in yeah. Utah has a lot of like hair supply companies now, believe it or not. You need a color haircut. Yeah, color highlight. Yeah. Okay. All right. You let me know when you want to book, Pro. You let me know. Do I have any help for really curly hair? Yes. Depending on how much you want help for your curly hair. Have you ever tried a keratin treatment? Have you ever tried products with keratin in them? I know, Melissa. Long hair is hard and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I have long hair too, and honestly, it is a lot of work. You could still keep your hair long. So like what I recommend when people have long hair, cut it into a long like U shape. So it still comes down your back, but it kind of comes up on the sides. And then internal layering. So you don't necessarily want to maybe layer on the outside so much, but internal layering lightens the load, so to speak. So it will lighten your hair and the amount of time that it takes to blow dry, um, which will still give you the appearance of having long hair when you shape it into that shape where it still goes down your back, but it kind of is cut up on the sides. And then the internal layering again takes out a lot of that weight of your long hair. So you're still able to have the appearance of long hair, still able to do the long hair thing, just not have to have it be so heavy, at this point in time. Prue, you've never heard of keratin treatments? Oh, girl, we gotta hook up here. Come on. We gotta talk. Yeah, Prue, I know, I hear you. Yeah, Prue, you gotta come and yeah, we gotta fix this. Yeah, 'cause you don't want to cut it too short because once your curls are cut, they spring right up, and then it's like you have a short haircut, and you don't want it like that either. Yes, Melissa, I hear you. So I used to, I have the same problem. I have very thick hair and it's long. Um, yeah, you don't have to go short. You just have to do things that are going to lighten that weight on your head. Um, that's a good topic for me to talk about and have somebody come in and kind of show, you know what I mean? You should just fly out here and I'll do your hair for you. And we can have a girls' weekend. How does that sound? I'm with you. I'm there with you guys, I swear. I'm in the same boat. I mean, the only thing is that you're lucky enough to have it where you can throw it up. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you have thick hair like that, forget about it. You guys are too much. Oh, well, these are good things for me to talk about, though, guys. Like introduction to like some of the different products out there. Because as we get older, we want to keep our long hair. We don't want to just cut it short because like we're going through change of life or because it's too heavy. Like there's ways for us to still wear that hair that way. Just kind of zhuzh it up a little bit, and so it doesn't you lighten the load, I guess. But I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you guys are here. You've had long hair your whole life, and you're ready for a change. So, well, if you're looking for a change, I mean, you can also, I always love to keep, like, everyone's like, oh, I know you probably just want to cut my hair. I'm like, no, I love long hair, but I do some really awesome shorter hairstyles as well. Um, and they're really fun and stylish, sexy. You know what I mean? Like, they're just really good hairstyles. I mean, sometimes you just need a good chop, and then if it grows back, when it grows back, it grows back. I've worn my hair all different ways. Over the years, I really have. I should probably find some pictures and do like a collage or like a little video show or whatever. My kids are better doing this than I am, and put together a little slideshow of like all the different hairstyles that I've had over the years, especially since I've been in the industry. Um, yeah, we got to do. Well, you know what though? I mean, if you can, well, you just got to come out, Prue. You just got to get to me so should do a hair live one day, Prue. That's what we should do. I should have you come to the shop and we should do a hair live, a prudently at the hair salon, Cindy's hair repair, hair live. That would be good. That's a long title. We'd have to shorten it, but we'd have to have it be catchy and fun. But it would be so much fun to do that. I think it'd be great. Prudently at Cindy's hair salon. Oh, you like Prue's voice? Yeah, she's got that Massachusetts, got a packed car accent. Hmm. We would have a lot of fun. We get ourselves into a lot of trouble. But no, that would be so much fun. She says you're funny, Willis. She says you're funny. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Okay, sorry, guys. You guys can hear me okay, right? I just want to make sure. Well, I'm glad Elliot was able to come in and say hello. Okay, Melissa, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad Elliot was able to come in and say hi. I'm glad that, Kimberly was here for a minute. Um, Prue and Melissa, I'm glad you guys are here. TSM was here. Becky G stopped in for a second. I haven't talked to her in like forever, it feels like. Um, yeah, I don't even honestly, and like, this is my space. You guys know my space is different than a lot of other spaces. Like, I don't even know what the heck's been going on. I've been trying to figure out and follow along, and I'm like, I don't even know. I miss a day or two, and I'm like, So this is just, this is totally independent in my thing. And that's what we got. That's what we got. Yes. Oh, good. Yeah, Prue, anytime. Anytime. You know that. Um, I'm gonna have fun this week. My sister had her birthday, and we're having a party for her this weekend. And it's an 80s themed birthday party. So we're all dressing up in I hate to even say costume because like, growing up like in the 80s, it's like a secondhand nature. So anyways, I'm channeling Madonna this weekend, and I am doing a material girl outfit because I'm channeling Madonna. So I know I love the 80s too, Melissa. So I am wearing a tutu with my leather jacket and some leg warmers. And that's probably not Cyndi Lauper as much as Madonna. I think I'm more of Madonna. Well, I like both of them, but so it could be fun. Um, so I'm trying to put like a collage together for my sister. Um, yeah, Madonna. I'm channeling her right now, so I have to get everything. I have to get everything all set. It's gonna be fun though. So I'm gonna go live tomorrow, definitely from the salon. Um, that's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna schedule that one so everybody can kind of like have it on their little, notifications. Did you guys happen to get notifications tonight? Oh, I make a great Madonna. Thank you. Wait till you see my big hair. Wait till you see it. Oh, Melissa the house. That's another story. It's a coming along. It's a coming along. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted from all this house crap. We're still waiting for things to be finished, and so today, um, Cindy went rogue, and I sent the contractor a message, and my message was not my usual warm and fuzzy. Hey, just checking in to see what time you might be here so I can make sure I have the dogs gated. And no, this was definitely much more of a to the point, where the frig are you? And when is this going to get done? Kind of a message. Honda, how are you? Hi, babe. Welcome. How's everything? Thank you so much. Aw, it's so good to see you. I'm bitching about my house. Well, not really. Melissa asked me how my house is going. So the bedrooms are built, and the kids actually moved their stuff up there. But they're not completed yet because, this amazing contractor that I have has just kind of like been here once in the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, like I'm done because there was some damage that we incurred to the downstairs due to the upstairs being done, and that's the nature of the beast. That's how things happen. But there's a lot of inside stuff that still needs to get accomplished from that downstairs, and then the entire outside needs to get done. So the entire outside needs to be sided. It needs to be the front porch needs to be rebuilt. And so, we started this project right after Thanksgiving, and we were, told 6 weeks. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. It wasn't, obviously it was going to be longer than 6 weeks. But, now here we are, like almost 4 months into it. And, the guy doesn't show up. And I'm like, okay, you know what? And I sent a message and I was like, that's it. I'm like, I'm not playing nice anymore. And I wasn't an asshole, but I was like, dude, like, we in good faith have paid you an exorbitant amount of money. And every time you ask us for a check, the check is right there for you. And every time we ask you when you're coming, you don't show up now. So you know what? It's getting managed. And he responded right away and he said, oh, I'll be there Monday morning sharp. Okay, good. Thank you. I got too much other stuff going on. So, but the rooms are built, you know, and they're painted, which we did all the painting. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's okay. It'll get done. But you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I'm not I'm a boss bitch. And so like, where everyone else can fall and say, they kind of are easygoing about things. I'm not going to be that easygoing anymore because I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to say, listen, can you please just make this your priority to finish? We paid you almost for the entire job up until the last, bit of that has to get paid, which isn't much. Just get your ass here. I know contractors frequently, and you know what? He's the best. Like he's honestly the best frigging builder, the best contractor ever. Like he is impeccable with his work when he flipping shows up. So I just wanted to show up to finish his impeccable work and then go about your business. Oh, Honda, it's a dog that looks like my old dog. It's not though, unfortunately, but it reminded me so much of my number one, my Jack, when he was alive. Yeah. But yeah, he was that personality. So very, very, very similar to the dog that I had. I know, so cute, right? It's like, you know what? It's Thursday, bitches. Get your butts over here. So I hope you're well, Honda. I have not like actually spoken to you one on one in a while, but I hope everything is good. And I hope the kids are good. And we're gonna do hopefully a hair live tomorrow, Honda. I don't know if you heard me talking about it. We're gonna try to go live from the salon tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. I will shoot you a message. Absolutely, sweetheart. Absolutely. No doubt. What time tomorrow? So I'm gonna schedule it for around 2:30. Like 2:30, 2:45, probably somewhere around there from the salon. Yeah, Melissa, 2:30, 2:45 Eastern time. So what is that for you? Like 12:30, 12:45, I think, if I got my math right. Or my time zones right, I should say. Oh, I got it right. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. I got it right. Fantastic. Um, what else was I gonna say? I was one other thing I was gonna say. Oh, apparently, so looking at this real quick. In the news, there was a recent school shooting in Denver, at a high school, and come to find out that um, my my nephews, that's where they go to high school, which is crazy. Um, so prayers to all of the kids there. I believe it was two administrators that were um, injured. They were shot. I don't know the status at this point. I haven't checked the news or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just this world has become so. This world is crazy, and it has been crazy for a long time. So now that's like, yeah, I know, Prue. I know. Um, I mean, all the kids are okay, but this is it's just so sad and it's so crazy. Oh, I know. I know. Again, not again. I know. I just like, what are the, I don't want to say what are the chances because that's just terrible. I can't even say that. Um, what is wrong with people? Well, where do I begin? Where do we begin? You know what, Honda? We should do a collaborative live and we should title it "What the fuck is wrong with people?" I think that would be a good live for us to do together to really talk about some of this ish that's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I think that so much of what's going on with the youth nowadays is mental illness or is about anxiety and depression. And I don't know where it is stemming from. And I don't know if it is stemming from the pandemic and what was like, kids having to be home, at that, at a early teenager age, where parents were still having to go to work. Um, I don't really know. I wish I did know. I think I so the other part of it is that I kind of have an idea. Yeah. Well, yes, there's a lot of lack of resources. Yeah, and you know what? They all have anxiety, but like I mean, okay. Yes, Honda. I'm reading your comments right here. Oh my God, they're all coming in at once. Yes. So Honda says, yes, mental illness definitely plays a part in the lack of education on it. Very true. Very true. Or the ability for them to accept mental health or mental illness as something that needs to not be looked down upon, right? Um, and they all have anxiety, but I don't understand. Like, this is the part where, like, I become a little bit like tough nails type of person, right? So, like, if you've ever been, if you're the age that I am or older than me, and you've been through some real life shit, right? To hear a teenager say, "Oh, I have such anxiety. I have such anxiety," like to me, I'm like, "Oh God, like what are you anxious about? What are you so anxious about?" You know. But there are kids that are just naturally anxious. There's a lot of them that play that up because that's like a word. It's a buzzword. It's a thing. You know. It's hard though because when you haven't had anxiety until you've gone through things and then you have a reason to have anxiety, it's hard to understand why someone just naturally has it, but it does happen, and I get that. I get that. Yes, prudently, 1,000 friggin' percent. It's called resilience. They don't know how to push through. They don't. The parents aren't teaching them. I call it, we're not raising snowflakes here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not, because I'm not raising a snowflake. And I mean that in the sense of kids that are like, I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know how to call for if I have a question about something. I don't know how to ask somebody for and I mean I'm not minimizing, I'm not. I have 4 children, okay? I have 4 boys that are preteens, okay? Crossroads. They don't have as much control over their lives as an adult. What do you mean by that? Like they don't know how to control it, like how to have control, or do you mean that like the parents are having control more as they become an adult? That's I like that statement, but I'm just wondering like where you're going with that. Oh, you had the same conversation with your kids today. Um, you agreed that kids today definitely not the same caliber as last few generations. Oh, oh yes, I got you, Crossroads. I got you. Yeah, we don't live. I don't want to be in a snowflake state. I'm sorry. That's not me. Listen, the one thing I have always done with my boys and anybody that knows me as a parent, um, knows that like I'm empowering my children to speak up for themselves, um, to be their own voice, to be their own advocate. And maybe that's partially because their dad and I split, when they were very young. And so part of their growing up had to be like just me teaching them some things that were very, I don't want to say adult issues, but just, kind of not keeping everything from them, but like telling them things at certain times that, they needed to know and needed to hear, and not shielding them from things, you know? Um, yeah, true. I mean, yeah, they don't raise, they don't raise their kids like we do, you know? I mean, um, it's interesting because even my children, with certain resources that they have at school, and the teachers will maybe call and say, you know, um, your son has the ability to, like, take a test in class, or he could, have, extra time or things of that nature based on his own individualized education plan. And I'm like, ask him what he's comfortable with. And they're like, what? And I was like, and they're like, oh, I said, he'll tell you what he's comfortable with. I said, I'm good with anything as long, so I've empowered them to know what they feel comfortable with in terms of their own education, and where they feel comfortable, even just testing and things like that. Like, if you want to take it with the rest of the class, if you feel like you need extra time, or separate space and some alone time and to think, and you're going to get too distracted, then you know yourself well enough to know where you need to be and how well you're going to do, in what environment you're going to be best in. And so the teachers like the fact that I've already empowered them to know their own selves. Oh, so you think it's a lack of control crossroads. Lack of control equals anxiety. Yeah, like they don't know how to control their emotions, right? Like they feel a certain way, and then they just kind of go with it, and they don't know how to stop it, or they don't know how to recognize it, or do like a self-awareness evaluation type of thing. Like an intake on themselves almost. I love Prudently's comment, though. I have to go back to this. I know not everybody raises their kids like we do. I mean, I'm kind of like this new school slash old school mentality when it comes to my kids. Um, and for that matter, I'm very proud of myself for being very aware of my children and their surroundings, their emotionality, um, but yet giving them the space and the freedom to do as they need to, and having the freedom to come to me when they need to come to me and talk about things. Oh, so that's how you felt as a kid. I got you, Crossroads. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, checking in with your children. I think the kids doing check-ins every once in a while, with their parents. I think that that's so important for everybody to be doing. For the kids to be doing. Um, yeah, I do. I think that as much as I mean, you don't want to harp on the emotionality of things, but yet at the same time, you want to be in touch with how you're feeling and know how to navigate it. And I think the younger that you can learn how to kind of recognize an emotion, or recognize I'm feeling a certain type of way, like I tell my kids all the time, you are feeling a certain type of way. No one is going to tell you, and no one should ever tell you you're not allowed to feel that way. It's all in how you handle it at the end of the day. And that's it. That's bottom line. Hi, Karen. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. You guys, if you don't know Karen, Karen has an amazing channel. She has an amazing business where she makes her own jewelry. And one of the next videos I upload, or pictures, or something that I need to do. So I ordered my sister's birthday present from Karen, and I want to tell you guys all about the amazing experience I had with ordering her present. And Karen's customer service, her workmanship, the pride she takes in her pieces of jewelry that are all individually made. Is she's one of a kind, and she's a classy lady. And if you guys ever need anything in terms of like jewelry, something made that's memorable, she's a wonderful person to deal with. So I'm Karen. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna get the pictures up to show. I don't want to unwrap my sister's present came wrapped, but I had to order something for myself because I did, because I'm that kind of a baby. So I ordered myself a little something. I ordered my sister something. And literally, I talked to Karen. When did I talk to you? I talked to you over the weekend. What was it? I think I talked to you on Saturday night or Sunday, and I told you what I wanted to have you do, like, which was a little customization of something. She got it together. Basically, yesterday the package showed up. So yesterday was Wednesday. So literally within a matter of days, guys, like I talked with her. She sent me a picture. Um, package in the mail, sent me tracking information. Like honestly, like the best customer service, like and having my own business of my own self, like knowing how much like it takes like for that personal touch to be added to every single person's order. Like yeah, it's all good. And yeah. Oh, you're blushing. You're so cute, Karen. Thank you. No, thank you. I will send you pictures. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for her to open her present. And yeah, the fact that like you know what, us women can support each other in our own um business, I think that that's an amazing thing too. We're not breaking the bank, and that's a good thing. Um, but I think that that's where we all need to be. These channels that we all have, or these connections that we all have together. This is where we need to be doing. Like we need to be like sharing and empowering and supporting each other. And even if it's not necessarily purchasing from each other, but just sharing out your link to your channel and things of that nature. Like that's hugely important. You know, because we can all benefit from that little bit of a hey, like check out this person and that kind of stuff. Yes, Prue, definitely. Prue, can you do me a favor? Can you grab Karen's link to her channel? Um, and can you post it in here? Because I know you're one of my mods. Can you do that for me if you don't mind? And honestly, post your link to your channel, Prue, and everybody else, who needs their channel dropped, please. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you can take a road trip, Karen, anytime. Well, we're doing so, Karen, tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a live from the hair salon. Thank you, Pro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do a little live from the hair salon. I need my own freaking hair done, which I'm like the shoemaker's kids, and I never get mine done. So today I did a little bit at home by myself, and then I'll be at the shop tomorrow. And so I'm gonna go live um around 2:30 Eastern time, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna schedule it, and you guys can all watch me get tortured and get my hair, done. But yes, Prudently is going to come and get her hair done. Oh, that's okay, Prue. Whatever you want. We'll talk offline too, me and you and Prue. But yeah, okay. Thank you, Prue. I appreciate it. Yes, Karen, absolutely. I appreciate you coming in. And like I said, we're all here to support each other. And if it's in one way or the other, whether it's purchasing from each other or just promoting our businesses, you know, this is about the positivity. This is about where we are going forward, and um, it's a new moon, and it's also going to be a new moon in the side of Aries. And that can be really rough. That can be a rocky road just in general for the atmosphere and for the energy. And so I think that we all have to be as positive as we possibly can be. And having a good head on our shoulders right now. Yeah, no, definitely, Karen. Absolutely. I appreciate you stopping in. And like I said, I'm going to be, putting that up, and I want to make sure that everybody knows, like Karen just, she was on point with everything. She really was. And everything is just beautifully done. And I'm excited to have a new pair of earrings to wear. I'm just going to say that because, if I'm buying a gift for my sister, why wouldn't I buy a gift for myself? I'm like, hey, it was just like, par for the course. And then, we've got other gifts that we gotta get together too. So, yeah, definitely, Karen, for sure. I got to order a gift for my man because his birthday's next month. And then I also was, by the way, Karen, peeping on the mother daughter necklace, which I was thinking for Mother's Day. That's a huge one that we should definitely promote for you for Mother's Day for people. Mother daughter necklace. It's beautiful, and it's very dainty, and it has so much meaning, I think, as well. So I think that that's another one that we need to get out there and people need to know about. Because if they don't have the time to actually scroll through, see, I probably looked at every single piece of jewelry Karen has ever made, and then probably given her ideas of new ones that she needs to make. Because I'm such a jewelry person. So, she has some gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So yes, and anybody that does not know Karen has not subbed up to her channel. Here, I'm gonna sorry, here. Let me just do this real quick. Please, please, please. Well, Karen, if that's a popular item, I want you to definitely put one aside because I definitely want one of those mother-daughter necklaces for Mother's Day. So before they go, I definitely want to, call a shout out to one of those. How am I doing? How are you? What's going on, girl? Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just talking about how I ordered some jewelry from Karen Dawn for my sister's birthday. So we are just having a little good time over here. A little girls' time, I guess. I don't think any guys are in here right now. There was before. Chris was in here before. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. As I yawn with you guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, you got here as usual at end. Oh, you haven't been getting notifications? Well, I, I mean, I scheduled this, but it was only probably like 15 minutes before I went live. Um, but yeah, we're just kind of chopping it up here. No, we're not really. I don't really have a time limit, so I don't really know. I mean, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I hope everything is going well. Yes, jewelry, Dawn. You got to go check out Karen's website. I just ordered some stuff actually. So I had seen something on her site that I liked, and then I got in touch with her to say, I wanted to kind of personalize it for my sister's birthday, and had some ideas. But I was like, listen, I'm gonna heed to your discretion. If you think it's gonna be too much, and she customized it based on. It's almost like she like knew more than even I knew in my head as to how I wanted it to look, and it came out absolutely beautiful. Um, Literally within less than a week. Spoke with her. She did the mock up. She told me what she was going to do, sent me a picture, got it in the mail. And so within less than a week, I got everything. And it was awesome. That's okay, Dawn. That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here now. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. We got prudently out of the shadows. We pulled her out. We pulled her out. No more cobwebs for prudently. Yeah, Dawn. So I'm going to post either a little video or I'm going to do at least some still pictures of the package. My sister's present is wrapped up, but I also have some other things that I can show as well. So, yeah, I told her, I said, I definitely want to plug her for sure, so everybody can see, the amazing work that she has done and that just again, like customer service alone. I mean, I know this, I'm in business myself, and that's a huge part of it, is just someone getting back to you right away and then just kind of being on top of things. She did not leave forever. Forget that. She did not. But she needed a vacation. So there you go. Did you get some sun, Prue? If not, we can go faux tanning. We can go get a little spray tan and pretend like we were someplace, tropical with our umbrellas and our drinks. Right? We can do that. I mean, my daffodils are coming up, so I mean, I guess it's starting to become springtime. Right? I don't know. But she didn't go forever. She did not go forever. Yeah, Don. I guess it has. And I've been kind of out of the loop about a lot because honestly, when I go on, like, I'm my mind needs to kind of be like, I don't know, like entertained, but just also like, let's just like have a good time, And it's not like smoke and mirrors, you know what I mean? But it doesn't need to be the wash, rinse, repeat bullshit all over and over again, you know? And that's where this is just gonna we're taking a different, not a different turn, but I'm gonna start to do what I really wanted to do. Speaking about advocacy on this channel, but also speaking about my hair business, and just having some fun, doing some cooking, um, and just like chopping it up with you guys. And I don't mind that, like, there's a few people in here. Please, everybody, make sure you hit the like button on your way in, on your way out, hiding in the bushes. Like, it's all good. Um, yeah, well, prudently, here's the thing. You can stick around here as long as you want to, because you know that you and I have always been good, and you're always welcome here, and you know that if there ever was an issue, which there isn't going to be, like, it's not going to be brought up on here like for freaking content, you know? That we're gonna have fun here, and we're gonna continue to push this positivity. I mean, listen, I got shit going on in my life, you got shit going on in your life, but you know what? At the end of the day, not everybody needs to know my shit. Part of the reason I've run such a good business all these years is, I'm going to tell you something. The one thing I have always done is, no matter what has been going on in my own personal life, I left that shit at the door before I walked into the door at work every day. Okay. And the bottom line is that everyone would say to me, how do you leave it? How do you not talk about it? How do you not let it affect you? And I go, because people come to my work because they want to be pampered, because they want to feel good about themselves, because they want to bitch about what's going on in their own lives, whatever it might be. Right. And I am that person that takes on like everybody's energy. Like, so I wear it, I feel it, I internalize it, I take it away from them. I'm very much an empath in that way. And so I'm not going to bring my energy in and have somebody else take that on as their own. And my bread and butter also at the end of the day is by what I do and making people feel good. No one's going to feel good by wearing my bullshit that I bring in, right? So, like, part of my channel is talking about what's going on in my life, but part of my channel is also about what's going on in your life. You're here, you're my friend, you are my subscriber, you are here for a reason. And so I want to know what's going on with you guys, you know? And that means like I truly care. And it's about, you know, oh, right. Dawn and I have the same birthday. I know. It's crazy, Dawn, right? I know. I knew we were both Cappies, but then we realized this year we actually have the exact same birthday, which is crazy because if you believe in anything astrological or anything of that nature, there's just so much deeper meaning to everything. Um, yeah, prudently listen. You people want to be pampered, but I literally am like this, like I become a therapist, like I become somebody that listens, I become somebody that's like learns who people are, and then they keep coming back because first of all, I'm really freaking good at what I do, and everybody looks good when they walk out the salon, but then at the same time, they also feel like they're being listened to because they really are, you know? And so it's not always been reciprocal, but that's how good business is run. And that's why I wanted to like promote Karen tonight because I'm glad she was able to stop in here because I said, I want to promote you. I want people to know that like you do and you run a very effective, efficient, but also incredibly like personal business, and personal meaning like she takes the time to get to know what you want. She takes the time to listen to what you want, and yet she gets it done very quickly, you know. And unfortunately, sometimes with my life, I like to plan so much ahead, and then I have all this planning in my head that happens, and then nothing is always on paper. And so I'm like scrambling because I'm like, I love to give presents and I love to give meaningful presents. And I like to support people in their own business endeavors. And so this was a great thing because I was able to give a meaningful present to my sister and also, um, do a support to another fellow, you know, business owner that's a woman. Oh, Dawn, you're talking about my picture that I have up here of me and the kids. The one on, thank you. Yeah, that was taken years ago. We did a photo shoot at an abandoned railroad. I always do these fun photo shoots with the kids sometimes. Um, I have a very good friend of mine who dabbled in photography. Here's another one in business, kind of for himself, dabbled in photography, and always would take fun family photos of my boys and myself over the years. And it was just kind of like a side hobby that he kind of turned into like a little thing. And has been the one to capture the moments of me and my kids when they were younger, which has been amazing. Let's get some water here. Um, it's just this is what it should be about. This is really what it should be about. Oh, thank you, Prue. I have it blown up in the house. It's from quite a number of years ago. Um, I'm trying to think how old the boys were in that picture. It was a good 5 years ago. Probably a good 5 years ago. So, oh well, thank you, Prue. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, I can't even believe. Oh my goodness. I can't even believe I'm at almost an hour and a half. I'm gonna shut this down for now. I'm gonna schedule my live for tomorrow from the salon because I just need to do that. Um, and I'm so glad for all you guys to come in. I really appreciate it. I do. I keep saying that, but I really do. I appreciate all you guys. And this is where we need to build this positivity. Like this is where we need to build empowerment for not only women, but just us as business owners. And this is where we're going to kind of continue. There's going to be a growth here in terms of just outside of all the other BS, you know. Um yeah, Honda Mommy was in here. I don't know if she's still in here or not. Um I know Melissa's in here. We had some amazing people come in and say hi tonight. So I appreciate you guys. Please, if you have not hit the like on your way out. Share, subscribe. Um, yeah, Prue, come to my live tomorrow. Definitely. Absolutely. I have to figure this out, like on how I'm going to do it. I might just bring my laptop like I normally go live from. Um, I'm still learning all the ins and outs of all this, but I'll figure it out. But I love you guys a long time. Have a wonderful night. Happy Thursday, the rest of it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Hugs and kisses to everybody. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I love you guys. Good night.